Yo, Puff, what up, bro? Yeah, I'm trying to send this email, but I can't find the picture that I want to for. Right. Really? Did I? Oh my god, bro. What the fuck, man? You ain't even work 20 minutes a day. Bro, I work most of the day today, bro. My day was, it was easy, but it was like I had stuff to do all day. All right, I got that email out. All right. According to the U.S. Bureau of Justice Statistics, 67.8% of released state prisoners were arrested for a new crime within 3 years, and 76.7% were arrested within 5 years. However, returning citizens face tremendous difficulties in obtaining employment opportunities post-release. Such a disadvantaged situation may be attributed to multiple reasons. First, most offenders may lack the necessary job skills for specific positions, keeping them from those usually higher paying and more stable jobs. Second, many employers are reluctant to hire these people due to the stigma imposed by their previous criminal records. This is where the Lead Center outreach plays an essential role in the community. Our goal is to connect justice-involved individuals to second chance employers. Due to your generosity, 87% of our participants receive employment as a result of participating in Lead Center services. Having access to proper resources is a determining factor between failure and success. By fostering an environment of leadership, education, and development, we work with our participants to help them find gainful employment. Statistics show that gainful employment reduces recidivism, which protects society and improves the quality of life of individuals returning citizens. When speaking of recidivism success failure rate, Pennsylvania State Senator Barnarola said, criminal records do not have to be lifelong barriers preventing successful reentry and work in society. The best strategy to reduce recidivism is to ensure those who have earned their second chance have the medical resources to overcome barriers and biases. End quote. The Lead Center outreach plays a pivotal role in our community, giving support to individuals that need it the most, which only strengthens our communities as a whole. Great. All right. Bro, you live the luxury life, bro. I gotta get like that.
Hide the paper somewhere safe or place them dicks won't expect it. To calculate how long it's gonna take to get to your weapon. No love songs. I kept it gangster 24/7. You crying ass rappers label niggas the Ellen. Hey yo, Bush, let me holler at you. Wait.
All right. So I think what I'm gonna do next is, damn, I gotta add some blue up there. I don't know why I put so much paint. Mm, 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 mm. I don't know what to do with all that paint I left on the palette. Because I really should move on to something else. Damn. Um, yeah. I'm just gonna have to come back to that. Mm, let me put something on real quick.
obviously official. Elon Musk purchased Twitter for $44 billion. Now, we were yesterday on air, and Brian Stelter was worried about this. Happened yesterday around the same time, around 10:45, where he was speculating. Remember, I said to you guys, look, he's only presenting one side when he was speculating yesterday at 10:45. And then are they going to lose users because of it being the Wild West, super straight? And then he had time to reflect. Mm-hmm. And later, after we were off air, I said, well, is he going to find balance and look at both points of view? Yeah. This is the issue with CNN. Again, it's look to the why. Don't look at what's being said. Look at what's not being said. He had time to reflect upon it. We've seen an increase in users on Twitter. You've seen a lot of people sign up right now. You've seen the stock price go up. It's very clear how the market has spoken. Now watch CNN and super heterosexual Brian Stelter speak in the face of all hard data.
Look, who knows? I think that's an example of a broader question for Twitter, which is
always goes broad.
If you get invited to something where there are no rules, where there is total freedom for everybody, do you actually want to go to that party, or are you going to decide to stay home? And that's a question for Twitter users. Some Twitter users might love the idea that there's going to be absolutely no moderation and no rules at all. Others might not want to be anywhere near that. Am I crazy, Matt?
No, you're right. And what happens to the advertising? I mean, if there's no moderation or little moderation, do the advertisers stay away? What does that do to the business prospects for Twitter itself?
Ooh, all this talk about parties probably a Stelter in his feels.
He's having flashbacks to all those parties he didn't get invited to at Towson.
That's true.
Don't worry, he's got his own. See how he presents that? Some people would love, some people might love no rules and anarchy and danger. Look, there are already rules. It's called the law. You can't threaten someone with death unless they're conservative, like we've had, and they don't get removed. There are laws that exist. Also, other reactions. We have Ari Melber from MSNBC, and this is really telling where he doesn't realize what he's saying, but he's saying it. Again, watch what the left don't. This is why we always use leftist sources. So if you check the references, and by the way, smash the like button if you guys use the references. Megyn Kelly uses the references. I didn't interview her. If you use them, if you appreciate that we provide them, otherwise we're just going to stop providing them. But we always use neutral or liberal sources because I'm far more interested in hearing what the opposing point of view to my own. I'm right-leaning. I'm very open about that. I'm very open about my bias. I'm far more interested in what they're saying because it's more telling. So Ari Melber on MSNBC, here he lists the problem with social media censorship. The irony train's not stopping here.
You own all of Twitter or Facebook or what have you. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't even have to be transparent. You could secretly ban one party's candidate or all of its candidates, all of its nominees, or you could just secretly turn down the reach of their stuff and turn up the reach of something else, and the rest of us might not even find out
almost
about
like he knows
after the election.
So it's almost like he said this wasn't possible
This is all to help people because he is just a free speech, philosophically clear, open-minded helper.
Okay, let me be clear here just for a second. He's saying a member of one party. Just to be clear, the guy he's talking about as though it's Donald Trump who now owns Twitter is the guy who spearheaded the modern electric car, has done more for the green movement than any other human being alive right now. And by the way, the man who creates the car that your party told people to buy with skyrocketing gas prices. So that's who he's talking about as the evil villain who's going to throttle the party. Meanwhile, at the Twitter board, and if you look at people, not only at Twitter, not only at ABC, at NBC, CBS, MSNBC, you look at Netflix,
what up, guys?
you have actual
So we
members
got to talk about this shit.
of the Clinton administration, the Obama cabinet. These people sit on the boards. Elon Musk is an actual African-American guy pulling that in the most...
Why they hating on the African Americans like that, yo? You know what I'm saying? The richest man in the world, African American. This motherfucker bought Twitter. You know what? I ain't even on Twitter. But I'm about to be. Yeah, I'm about to. I got a Twitter account, man. Goddamn, and I was using it for my art, just like every other platform. But goddamn, I got off that shit because it's kind of boring to me. Like, I don't know. There's not enough pictures. I'm a very visual person. Very visual. But then they started letting you, like, post little pictures and shit like that, and video links and all that. But I still like, honestly, personally, for me, I like Facebook and Instagram better than Twitter. Matter of fact, I'm not saying that. Y'all on Twitter, hey man,
Follow me at Paintings by the Prince on Twitter. Yeah, I don't even have the app. I thought I had the app still on here. No. Nope. Nope. I don't even. Let me download it again now. I'm going to the App Store. Let me get this Twitter. All you gotta do is type T. That shit at the top, son. Get that little white bird. White bird in the blue box. That's a song right there, yo. I got a white bird in the blue box. Bopping on these niggas in some new socks. White bird in the blue box. White bird in the blue box. I'm downloading Twitter right now. I'm gonna get my Twitter account popping. Elon Musk on Twitter, man. Let me get back in the neighborhood. See what's good in the Twitter neighborhood. Damn, that award looks spiffy sitting right there. That shit look spiffy, spiffy. And it looking spiffy, spiffy, spiffy. I might take that shit to work tomorrow and show it off a little bit. Y'all wanna see my award? Alright, so now I gotta get some brown on the canvas. I don't have Twitter, never used Twitter, still don't plan on having nothing to do with Twitter. Don't miss out, man. You gotta send me a tweet, man. Come on, man. You gotta tweet me. You ain't trying to send out no tweets. What's wrong, man? You gotta have Twitter if you want to tweet. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hustle if you want to eat. You gotta have Twitter if you want to tweet. White bird in the blue box. Bopping on these niggas in some new socks. This man said he ain't about to tweet nothing. Only Twitter and tweeting he know about is Tweety Bird. Gotta hustle if you want to eat. Gotta Twitter if you want to tweet. I'm gonna be tweeting up some shit now. Watch and see. Watch all these tweets I put out there in the metaverse. I need some dark brown, and then I need like some purplish, reddish brown. So what if I do a little bit of, no, that might be too reddish. So if I do this red, and if I do red and French ultramarine blue, and then I'll make my own purple with that, right? And then I'll take that purple, and then I'll make a brownish purple out of it with what you call it? And then we're gonna need a little bit of something for some highlights. I use this raw sienna, maybe, and some nope. I'm gonna use Naples yellow. Yep. And some warm white. All right, so we got some Van Dyke brown. We got some raw umber. We got some red and purple, some yellow, and a little bit of white. This might get us right. You know what I'm saying? Might get us right where we need to be. All right. Yeah. I don't know. Anything I ever post, I ain't trying to take that shit back. I'm just be careful what the fuck you say online. Don't say no dumb shit. I really try not to say dumb shit. I think early on I probably said some dumb shit, but I done learned my lesson on that. I done been in Facebook jail for a post before. I post some shit. It said something like, I think my comment was like, y'all motherfuckers be acting like niggas or something. And they fucking blocked me for hate speech. No, I was like, everybody want to be a nigga until it's time to be a nigga. Facebook like, you can't be saying shit like that. But then that should come from a song. And you can post a link to the song on Facebook that has the same words that I posted in the comment, but it's different. Here you, everybody want to be a nigga, so it's time to be a nigga. And that shit ain't fun. But that was like years ago. And that was the only thing like I've ever gotten in Facebook jail for saying it. And I forgot what I posted. I may have posted that song, yo. But now, I don't even be saying shit. And my ass, my posts be getting deleted. Like I remember, yes I do please, and thank you babe. Nice, cause I'm hungry. You see I'm already snacking. Like, I was listening to Steve Lookner on Agenda Free TV. Yo, Steve, swear to fucking God, this dude was on that coronavirus shit like before a lot of major news stations was, yo. And I posted some shit in February of 2020. Like, out of all the people on my friends list, I was the first person that I posted an article from China talking about this COVID-19, yo. And on Steve Lookner. That shit went over everybody. Ain't nobody even heard about that shit, yo. And I was one of the first people that I know of. And then, but you can't find that post no more, yo. All my posts about 9/11 and all that shit, they be taking all that shit down now. I say, you don't even gotta say shit. You breaking community guidelines because you spreading disinformation. That's what they call it now. So, what's the difference between a lie and disinformation? Is that the same thing? Why don't they just say, because you spreading lies and rumors, unsubstantiated rumors? Why don't you just say that? I ain't got all the hardware, man. Them motherfuckers trace my ass going down there. Trying to go down the rabbit hole. Had a man in black show up at my door. Disinformation. Shit sounds stupid. They won't call it lies and propaganda. But it's half of the shit true. Facts versus alternative facts. That's true, but we don't want you to know that part. You can only know this part. This part is true too. But these are alternative to what you want to do. I'm gonna start posting all kind of conspiracy theories on goddamn Twitter now.
So the successful electric car of all time. Right. It was like, hey, Harry, where'd you get your talking points? Well, it's what Twitter said they were already doing.
Yeah. Well, I got it from. I got it from June of 2020.
Yes.
It's in a file called The Plan.
Yeah. The DNC plan. Oh crap! Sorry. No. The RNC plan. Now we had to change some.
Oh yeah, we just changed one letter.
He's using the dialer like he's getting Brian Stelter started.
Yeah, he added 2 lines for the D.
God.
It's an R now.
Yeah. So that is so terrible. I feel really bad for that guy too. He's like out there like, guys, this is a problem. Yeah. We're like, yes. Thank you. Finally.
He just admitted it.
That's a bad thing if somebody can do that. Who would have thought
He's
that?
like, this couldn't have happened before. Yeah. This is exactly what happened.
Well, just to give you another example, how many times have you heard us talk about Section 230? A half-Asian lawyer, Phil Richmond. We've discussed this many times. We've been embroiled in many a legal battle. And the left we talked about it with Senator Ted Cruz. Incredibly important. Yes. And Rand Paul. Well, here's Jen Psaki when asked about the Twitter situation, giving a non-answer, but again, it's very telling.
The president has long been concerned about the power of large social media platforms, that power they have over our everyday lives, has long argued that tech platforms must be held accountable for the harms they cause. He's been a strong supporter of fundamental reforms to achieve that goal, including reforms to Section 230, enacting antitrust reforms, requiring more transparency, and more. And he's encouraged that there's bipartisan interest in Congress. In terms of what hypothetical policies might happen, I'm just not going to speak to that.
Okay, so let me just inform you a little bit. What sense do that make? It provides protections to a lot of these social media companies because it treats them similar to a utility, right, where it's a digital sort of account source. So the idea is they're not held liable for anything that is said on their platform, as opposed to, say, the New York Times or Washington Post, who would be held liable if there's any kind of defamation slander that's written there because they're
really be hiding from myself.
So 230 gives them those protections.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Now, we have talked about this for a long time, and my solution has always been these social media platforms
I've been up since the
get a choice.
You've been up since the crack of
Are you a platform or are you a publisher? If you are a platform, it's very simple, because a lot of people say, well, if you declare them all to be platforms and you hold them liable, then you'll get rid of message boards. You'll get rid. No.
I'm working on this.
If Facebook, which enjoys safe harbor status, or Twitter, or YouTube, they enjoy the status equivalent to a public utility.
That's what
Okay.
I'm trying to hear.
They then, if they decide
I'm
to
just
enjoy
saying
that
that,
status, cannot censor or remove anyone based on point of view or
The
favor
art
any
director
point
from
of
the
view
university too. She is like
outside of the law. The
we're
laws are
getting
very
close
clear.
to that
Things like
time,
death
like
threats,
because she
things
said
like
by June I
active
need to have
calls
like
to
some
physical
certificates. Like, do
violence.
you have an idea
For
for a
example,
title
things
for
that
your
might
show?
actually be labeled
And I said,
slander, defamation. Those people will be.
I said it depends, or if I can show tasteful nudity or not. Now, if I can put like the Complex Ion series in the show, I was gonna call it The Expanse, and then have like maybe one or two of those pieces, like the earlier phases of it.
And then, I don't want to burn the food, so I'm going downstairs. But I'm listening to you though. I'm watching you.
All right, but she said the university doesn't mind tasteful nudity, but on this show she knows that like a lot of middle school and high school kids are going to be coming here, so let's keep it clean as possible. So I was like, all right, so instead I'll do like the bulk of the show will be like my reader series, and then I'll put some of my new still lifes in there and call it A New Understanding. This Twitter app ready to open up. Oh. Really? They making me, I gotta do a confirmation thing since I haven't been on this shit in so long. So they sent me an email and nice. I got my Twitter back. That's the first thing I see on Twitter? What the hell? Some BBW OnlyFans page? What the fuck? Bruh, this shit like soft porn. What the hell Twitter is turning into? Okay. Let me shut that bitch down now. That shit, well. Welcome back. That shit a little stupid. I don't know what the fuck Twitter got going on. That was like the first thing I scrolled by. I was like, what the fuck? I thought Twitter supposed to be politics and race baiting. Already, I was just like, like, is this soft porn? What the hell? I scrolled up one page and like that shit say come to my OnlyFans. What? Bitch, I just got here. I just got to Twitter. What the heck? I ain't even been at Twitter for 5 minutes yet. Y'all already trying to get me to pay for soft porn on the internet. No, thank you. I gotta recalibrate my settings or something on that account. Like, what the fuck? What I got my account connected to? That's I gotta start over from scratch. That's what happened when you walk away from Twitter for too long. The neighborhood don't look the same when you come back, man. That little white bird in the blue box still there, but the people are different. They act different. And they do different shit. Like, advertise OnlyFans on my Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter and follow my OnlyFans page and my Instagram. Well, it is what it is. The internet's be crazy, bro. When the last time you been to the internet? Bruh, them streets. The streets don't look the same like back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Internet streets going crazy over there. You know what I'm saying? Twitter say they popping now, boy. You know what I'm saying? Zuckerberg better watch out. Elon Musk gonna buy the Meta company next.
But not the actual platform itself. Now, if they so they have a choice with 230. This is our solution. Or they can decide that they are a publisher. For example, if YouTube says this content is allowed, but this content is not. Or even if they say this content is allowed to be deemed monetizable, this content is not. Yeah. Or if Twitter says this information is allowed, but this information is... You are now a publisher like the New York Times or Washington Post. You just have to pick, and you get to pick. Now, when she says reform to 230, and this is my problem when people say common ground, it's usually bullshit. And this comes as someone who's done change my mind and who has had more civil discussions with leftists than arguably any other host that I know of here on conservative platforms. I try and match intensity, and I try and give people the respect that I would, hope I'd receive on their program. I still tell you that most common ground is bullshit, because that's how we believe we approach Section 230. Them saying, well, there's bipartisan support. They want more regulation and to crack down on companies for not removing points of view enough. There is no common ground just because you're looking at a law. It's like saying we need to find common ground on this murder law. Yeah. Really? Okay, yeah. Well, good. So, look, we all agree we need to do something about this murder, right? Yeah, we think it should be illegal. See, we think it should be legal, though.
You know what it did? It prevented Twitter from being sued when Donald Trump's tax records were illegally published.
Right.
Right?
But then, by the way, the Hunter Biden story was a violation of privacy.
Well, yes, because that was obviously stolen information. I mean, forgotten and left somewhere thrice
drug
decades.
Horrific crimes.
Maybe 4 laptops.
Is that not a clear enough example?
Yeah.
Donald Trump, tax return illegally stolen, leaked,
10 days apart.
Hunter Biden story that was legitimately obtained would have affected the outcome of the election in every single swing state. Twitter decided yes and no. That, when you're talking about democracies and midterms, what they're saying is we want to be able to continue to do that. Hey, has the left ever apologized?
No.
Has the New York Times, the Washington Post, has CNN, has MSNBC, they then cover the Hunter Biden story and say, well, it seems like this is legitimate, without saying, hey, we were wrong in supporting the removal of a story that would have directly affected the outcome of the election. Hey, they never have to apologize. That changed. Without even getting into mail-in voter errors, fraud, whatever you want to call it, and we've covered that at length, without even getting into that, just the Hunter Biden story, let alone pages like ours being throttled 90%, I can only imagine with other conservatives, just that is enough to tilt the vote and change the history of the United States. And all we want now is just say, no more of that. No more of that. And they're acting like it's the Third Reich. Okay.
Well, to them it is.
Yes, it
takes away all that power.
Yep. All that white power.
Yes, that's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern. belly fat, stop doing cardio. This sounds kind of backwards, right? Well, believe me, it's actually true. Stop spending hours on the elliptical to get into shape.
Alright, that's buffering. So, or did I just pause it by accident? I may have paused it. Nope, it's buffering. Hope we don't lose connection, guys. Anyway. Motherfuckers going crazy over this acquisition of Twitter, yo. I think this shit is pretty fucking cool. But at the same time, it's still a board. Like, what are you gonna do? Fire all the current executives at Twitter?
Preach Jesus, Elon Musk acquires Twitter. So why are the mainstream media so upset? Hello there, you 5.5 million awakening wonders. Look at us, we're in a sort of strange space. I can do that at will. Behold, behold the revolution. Yeah, essentially, I'm on tour, as you know. There's a link in the description if you want to get one or two of the few remaining tickets. But that's not important. What's important is that you subscribe to our channel, because only half of you do. And
wait a minute. He said if you want to get one or two of the few remaining tickets. Or you can just buy all the remaining tickets, because there's only like how many left? That was weird how he said that shit. One or two of the few. If there's only a few left, I just need one, man. Let me just get one, bro. Oh, I think I can actually use a bigger brush. Let me see. Let me cover some space.
The notification bell, so every time I have a thought in the middle of the night, a bell clangs in the middle of your mind. And let me tell you, I have a lot of thoughts. How do you feel about Elon Musk acquiring Twitter? Do you think it's the best thing that's ever happened because he's a bastion of free speech? Or do you think he's just another billionaire?
Alright, so I can't do the buffering thing? That's so crazy. That internet is going wonky right now. Alright, so let me just turn that off. Wi-Fi is a link system. And it's on the 5G. But like you said, I just have to get the other one. I was gonna get one of them Nighthawk Jones. My kid worked out of that shit works just fine, bro. Alright, guys. My girl said the food should have been done a little while ago. I'm hungry as fuck, yo. So I'm really not at a really decent stopping point, honestly, but I gotta feather a lot of this in real quick. Alright, that's about as much as I can do right now. Why? Because I'm hungry. Bitch, I'm hungry. Bitch, I'm hungry. Why? Because I'm hungry. Bitch, I'm hungry. Bitch, I'm hungry. Trying to make these pillows look soft and fluffy. Like pillows. Me and my girl had to run an errand earlier. As soon as I got off work. Well, I had to run 2 errands when I got off work. Alright, balling. Alright, I'll catch y'all next time.